Hi there, scrap friends, Louise here today. Thanks so much for checking out this video. It's a 3 old 3 new share. So I'm teaming up this collection with some washi tape and Colour Blast paste in leather, and it's got quite a neutral blue sort of tone. So I've mixed it with some stash items, including some ephemera and a sticker book. So yeah, let's just sit down and see how this layout tends to evolve. I really did love the colours and the theme of this particular scrapbook collection when I saw it online. I thought it'd be a great one to use, and so specifically for this, because it's got a bit of a food theme, I thought that some of the food ephemera would suit these photos. Yeah, it turns out they didn't, because the food ephemera are more like coffee and pastries, whereas this is kind of a dinner sort of meal photos from a recent cruise that we took. And so yeah, I didn't actually get to use as many of the ephemera as I would have probably liked, but yeah, still a layout being completed, which is sometimes all we can ask for. Now I've distressed the edges around my photos, and just sort of wanting to now explore how I'll embellish this particular layout. And I know that I've got some background to work with as well, so I want to definitely use the leather paste. And it's quite funny because while I was creating this and actually using that paste, it's a brand new paste, so I didn't have any brown paste left in my stash, and as soon as I opened it up, it was so soft and it spread like butter through the actual stencil. And because it's been so long since I've had a new paste, a lot of mine were quite hard and didn't spread very easily. So there's something to be said for cracking open a new medium and actually enjoying its usage while it's fresh. I would describe it as, because yeah, it was really nice to use it. And what I want to try and do is actually make some more backgrounds using that paste. I tend to put some of my mixed media elements aside and kind of sit on them until I'm ready to actually use them. And all it's doing is letting air get in there and completely ruining those pastes. So definitely, yeah, if you have paste in your stash, I want to just send out a little friendly reminder, if you're checking out this video today, get some of your pastes out and absolutely get them spread around. Even pre-make some backgrounds, because you're going to want to just use it rather than have to throw it out later, because that's honestly something that's happened to me recently, as I've had to throw out a bunch of pastes because they just, yeah, they'd gone hard in their container, and yeah, it was unusable. So especially if you like me and you hate wastage, it's definitely something to keep in mind, is that yeah, they will eventually need replacing, so you might as well use them rather than throw them out. All right, now I love that the B sides of this particular paper collection, they're a really nice mix. So you can see there's some florals, and then this background paper that I'm using as well, with its mix of wood grain and navy and little florals in the background. It's just super sweet, really great colours and fun to use. So I've torn off some strips, and you can see I've built a little cluster off to the right. I'm also going to put a little doily in behind here as well. I think doilies, I don't know why, but when I'm creating, they just add that circular element that I think brings together your clustering and helps to separate your sort of main photo and embellishing with your background. So I think for me, it just sort of separates it out, and that's why I like to build with doilies. All right, now I knew I needed something down in this bottom right hand corner, so I decided to go with a little torn area, and I'm just going to tuck a little piece of the coordinating pattern paper in there and then fold that back. So this just gives me like another little area to help with that visual triangle. So the 2 points of my triangle are either side of my photo cluster, and then down in this bottom right hand corner, that makes sort of that third point of the triangle. So yeah, really just when I'm creating, looking at the visual aspects and yeah, how I can enhance this. Now I can't remember who actually makes this roll of stickers, and you'll promptly see that I let it roll off my desk and it spills out on the floor. My son's going to bring it back to me shortly, all rolled up after I made a bit of a mess in my craft room. Thank you, buddy. But yeah, essentially there's some really cool little sticker elements on this particular sheet, and it's a mix of like text and alphas and different bits and pieces. So I think it's quite cool just to sort of enhance a background. It's almost like stamping but in sticker form. So really just depends on how you want to go about your own creating. I like to use stickers. If you prefer stamps, absolutely go for it. Each to their own. But yeah, sometimes a sticker sheet can be quite fun to use, and that's what I'm adding in the background. All right, now some of the ephemera that I actually pulled, it did not suit the navy tones of this layout, so some of that ephemera doesn't actually make it on, but the butterflies do make it on, and we're going to go ahead and layer some paste. Here you can see me having a fight with the lid, and the reason that I don't just tear this is because I actually want to press this down after I've opened it. So the more you can kind of seal it back up again, the more air you can keep out of there, and the longer that paste will last. So for me, if you keep that little seal on there, you will get a little bit longer out of that in storage, rather than if you just seal it up with the lid again, because air can still sort of sneak in there. But the paste itself spreads on really quite beautifully, and I love that when I'm using a paste. It gets kind of a little bit lost in hindsight. It's not sort of as vibrant on top of that blue as I expected it to be. But yeah, you know, this is 3 old, 3 new. So busting some stash, getting layouts done, memories created. I'm going to pop a little bit of gold splatter on here, and I'm doing this one-handed because I'm still holding my stencil till I can go wash it. So I want the actual gold to be drying while I go and wash my stencil off. And I just water wash my stencils. I just slightly warmed water and just wash it off. Come back, I've added my little title, so nice and simple, kept it just to cruise food, and that was using stickers from that sticker pad. I'm going to attach everything with tacky glue because I like to make sure that the page is going to last and stick down. And then finally I'm going to add some of these little dots, which are also a stash item. They're just sort of navy and sparkly. I thought they'd match in quite well. Okay, that's my layout share for you today. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I wish you happy scrapping.